All right, we're in video 3 for Let's Get Started. Why are you here? Miley Sweet, online business owner, course creator, podcaster, homeschooler, achieve more with less. Okay, this was really challenging for me when I first started homeschooling because I was trying to figure out why was I homeschooling. I had public school as a choice. For me, I just didn't feel right about it. I felt like I wanted to spend this extra time with my child. I also felt like there were things that I wanted my child to get from school they just weren't able to get. For instance, I was in a predominantly white area and I really wanted my children to be confident in who they were as mixed kids. I am Black, and so I wanted to make sure they were comfortable and confident in that. I also had met with a lot of teenage Black girls in school, and some uncomfortable race-related situations existed. And I thought, my child is going to have to go through this. I want to make sure that they are really comfortable in themselves. The other part, I didn't like the way the Black woman was stereotyped, and I thought if my children don't have access to what a Black woman looks like, they're not seeing it at school, they're not seeing it in sport, then I need to make sure they understand and I am that person. Those are just my personal reasons for homeschooling. When I put my daughter in preschool, she just didn't have good experiences. Neither did I. And I just took that as a sign to just take my time, keep her home a little bit. So I never intentionally wanted to homeschool for a long time. I just thought, let's just do it for a little bit. Let's help you get your bearings. And then it turned into a continual thing. Now that goes to why I'm here. Why are you here? What do you want to get out of this? Where are you now and where would you like to be? What are your values? What kind of parent are you now? What kind of parent would you like to be? It was a learning experience for me. I literally got every book I could from the library, every piece of literature, every blog, every video that I could about understanding just education. That helped me to become a better parent, to say, okay, well, what parts am I good at? What parts do I need to pay for someone? What experiences do my child need that are outside the home? What things am I going to advocate for? And what things do I need maybe a community of people to advocate for? There's some kids that will thrive at homeschool but may not thrive at a traditional school. And so that is giving them a chance to develop those tools and thrive. And then are there just parents that prefer to slow down the pace a little bit, get it a little bit more quiet, or just have more flexibility? Maybe the parents travel and they want to be able to travel with their children. Now, figuring out why you're here, what do you want to get out of this is really important. Here's some questions that I have for you. Why are you here? What is your hope for this new path? Where do you want to end up? For me, I wanted to end up in a place where my children were confident in how they were made. They understood what a Black woman is, and it was a positive viewpoint. It wasn't like she's this angry Black woman, or if she stands up for herself, that something's wrong with her, or if she's strong, that she's a man. Like, I didn't like any of those things, and I did not like the ways a Black woman and Black teens were treated in their school experiences. So I thought, if I'm going to put my child in school, they need to have some tenacity, some toughness to deal with some of those things, and they need to understand who they are so they're not crushed by this and they're ready to go to battle. So that was part of it. And then also I want to have these special moments with my child where they're my world and I'm theirs for just a small window. That's why I was there. Why are you here? What's your hope? Now I would say 4 kids in, I really want to make sure they have good relationships with each other. I would love for them to want to have a relationship with me. So I'm conscious of what kind of mother, what kind of parent, teacher I need to be to make sure that my kids actually want to be around me when they're adults. I don't want to be surprised when they're 25 and they hate everything about everything. I would much rather just deal with that now. And then I get to know them. I get to know the insides and outs, and we get to talk about it. So as they grow and develop into their own being, I'm able to accept the differences. I'm able to still love them in spite of all those things and to cherish them. Also, I didn't want to be a hypocrite where I tell my kids to do things and I don't do them myself. Hypocrisy breeds hate. I think if you are telling your kids to do something and you're not willing to eat your vegetables and they never see you do it, why not just eat your vegetables and tell them how much you enjoy it? Tell them the benefits. Show them the benefits. What things would you like to be better at? I know those empty threats, maybe you want to be better at that, right? Look, if you give me an empty threat, I am never going to listen to you. I need to know that you're serious about your threats. So if it's empty and you never follow through, like, you're grounded if you don't wash the dishes, and that never happens, good luck getting me to listen. If you yell, like, why are you yelling? What kind of things or person or habits do you need to work on? And then how can you be part of the solution? This is where accountability comes in. We want to make sure that you're willing to be accountable, that you're willing to do what you need to do through this course. The first person that you can change the most is yourself. That is your homework. Let's quickly reflect. Questions to answer. Why are you here? What do you hope for this new path? What things would you like to get better? And how can you be part of the solution? And if you have a little extra time, just acknowledge any myths that you may have, because those myths may be holding you back. That's all for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, leave a comment down below. If you're on YouTube, if you're not, and you're part of the homeschool community, then you can leave a comment there. If you decided to listen to this every day, schedule some time tomorrow. And if you want to hear about that live, just go ahead and watch the next video. Thank you.